Hi again, everyone, and we're being joined right now by Matt Ling, who is a member of the Takoma Park Board of Elections, and he's here to talk to us about how today has gone.
Sure. We've been here pretty early, but it's been going pretty well. We're all pretty tired. It's about 7:15 right now.
Yeah, about 6:59.
We've had a steady flow of people coming in, but as you probably know, most people voted early through the mail. So, we've had plenty of voters come today as well.
Yeah. Were you all surprised by that on any level?
No,
Yeah.
I think we expected this turnout. You know, we planned for the worst for sure because we were really afraid. We didn't want people to have waiting lines, especially with the pandemic. You don't want to have them waiting around or anything like that. So we planned for the worst, but it ended up being pretty much what we expected.
Very good, very good. I also wanted to ask you a little bit about the work that the Board of Elections does, sort of, I guess, including voting, but maybe separate from voting?
Sure. This year has been unique. The board is resident volunteers, and we work closely with the city clerk, Jessie Carpenter, and her staff to basically run the elections here in Takoma Park. That's most municipalities, have boards. They run the city elections. We of course have ranked choice voting here in Takoma Park, so that's a little bit unique. And we basically work with her to sort of try to figure out how we want the election to go. We advise her on policy, and we also, kick in some work here and there. So this year we worked with her to have this mail-in election, which is the first time we've ever had that, I think, in Takoma Park.
First time?
I think so.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So someone can correct me, but I think this is the first time we had a mail-in election. And I think it's been great. We've had a pretty big turnout.
Yeah. And was it pretty easy to get that put into effect, the mail-in election that is, or?
It took a lot of work. We had a pretty small staff, and because of the coronavirus, we had to observe distancing while inside while doing the ballot work. So we didn't want to have too many people inside at one time. There's roughly 13,000 registered voters in Takoma Park. That's a lot of That's a lot of ballots to account for at the end of the day, and so we have to track that pretty much from when it gets sent out to receiving them, scanning them, putting them through the process. There's all kinds of signature verifications. We even for voters who had issues with their oath, maybe they didn't sign the oath envelope, we worked to try to contact them so they can come in. I would like to say this is an important thing that people might not realize, is that if you had an issue with your ballot, you can still come in after election day to fix that issue. So let's say you send in your ballot, and they usually are supposed to be in what's called an oath or a ballot envelope. You're supposed to sign it and date it, so we can verify that we received that ballot from you. If you didn't sign it, we need you to come in and fix it. But you don't have to come in before election day. You can come in up to when we certify the results at Takoma Park. So we're going to work over the next week to try to contact some of the people who might have missed the signature, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So you all notify folks as to there being an issue, as opposed to folks sort of checking on it in any way.
So they can check on it. The city has put up a website with a search bar, and they can put in their first and last name and date of birth, and they'll say their vote status, so they can check it that way. And we do our best to contact people because we don't have people's phone numbers and emails or anything like that. We don't have that information. We don't want to collect too much information. I know people are sensitive about their privacy. So, we try to look to see what we can, if we can try to locate people, whether people maybe in city staff know the voters who might have had an issue. But we don't have everyone's phone number necessarily.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. I've been here all day with you guys, and I think it ran really smooth. So congratulations on that.
That's good to hear. We're not done yet. We still have ballots to count. The results aren't going to be official for a while, not until I think the 11th or 12th when the board certifies them. So we're still receiving ballots that they come in the mail right now. So long as it was postmarked by today, we're going to accept them. So long as they get to us, before we certify.
Yeah.
So there's still much work to be done.
And also to that point, as far as moving forward and in the future, for any other Takoma Park residents that may want to volunteer, how does that work? How does a resident become a member of the Board of Elections?
All of that's on the website, on the city website. Like all the other committees, we post our minutes. We post the schedule we post in advance the schedule of the board meetings. So if you just let the city clerk know, she will let you know when the meeting is. I mean, it's posted on the website. You can join us. We've been doing it remotely, at home on Zoom. and you can come to those meetings, virtually. You can give your input or feedback, which we would love, because I know we would love to hear how the community felt about how the mail-in election was. And if people are really interested in the board work, there are applications they can join, and we of course would love more people to help out and volunteer.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your time, man. Really appreciate your time and the information.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to. I think Brian Ernst, the chair of the board, is given more an update later tonight about the counts and the totals and everything like that. So that should be exciting.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.